We don't speak of those days in the studio when we had no heat in here for a temporary moment. You guys were all talkative, and everyone's like, shh. A second I got up here. Hello, welcome to Yoga Ignite, everybody. Couple of new people in the room. If you want to borrow blocks, weights, any of the props over there in the back cubbies, you're welcome to borrow that stuff and then just leave it on your mat afterwards and we can clean it up. But let's get started in child's pose. We'll get moving and sweating and all of the good things this evening. We're now getting into that time of year where it's not pitch black outside when you guys show up, and I really, really look forward to that time of year. So get yourself situated. Spread out your fingers nice and wide. Let your forehead come down to the floor. Whatever you got going on for the rest of the week, the rest of this month. I can't believe we're already in March. Put that off to the side so you can pay attention to your body, just moving through space. Take a deep breath in together. Fill yourself all the way up. Big exhale out. Big inhale. Empty it out. Last one, fill up all the way. Exhale all the way. And start to build your Ujjayi breath. Long, full inhale with a pause at the top. Big exhale with a pause at the bottom, just right from the very start of your practice. Downward facing dog. Keep building the Ujjayi breath. A lot of you have been practicing for a long time, and that's really the piece that you can start to hone in and fine tune. Start that tonight. Walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. Pit of the belly in and up. Get the four corners of both of your feet right down into the mat. Probably more attention on your feet now than you have all day. Press down and rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips. Thumbs to heart center. Set your intention for your practice. Pick one specific thing you're going to focus on. Listen out those intentions with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull with your weights. High push up and pause. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Big exhale. Good. Breathe in. Push the air out. Last one. Fill up. Empty completely. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain rise up. Look up. Forward fold. Halfway lift with your weights. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in together. Empty it out. Good. Breathe in. Breath out. Last one. Fill up. Empty to the pit of your belly. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain rise all the way up. Stretch. Forward fold. Halfway lift with your weights. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in together. Big exhale. Yeah, 2 more. In. Air out. Last one. Fill all the way. Empty all the way. Spring forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Rise to stand. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in together. Push the air out. Yes, get it moving. Breathe in. Get empty. Last one. Empty completely, feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull, fold down. One more, Sunny. Rise all the way up, press into your feet, fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull, high plank. Knee tap, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Big exhale. Breathe in. Get empty. Clear all the extra stuff out. One more. Exhale completely. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and breathe. Breath sounds amazing. Just keep that flowing. Sit way back in your hips. Big inhale together. Twist right on your exhale. Open your arms. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Breath in. Twist left on your exhale. Breathe in and open. Stay in twist. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee tap. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Step through. You can have weights in your hands or open palms. Chaturanga. Hands to the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Step through, press your feet into the floor. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take one breath in. Big breath out. Feet to hands. One pose at a time. Halfway lift. Fold down. Chair pose. One breath this time. Reach. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and twist. Good. Chair pose. Stretch. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Get your fingertips down on the mat. Knee tap. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Long, slow inhale all the way up. Chaturanga on your exhale. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Step, press, go. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. One breath in. Clear it all out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose, sit deep. Twist right. Open, breathe in. Stay and breathe out. Good. Chair pose, fingertips awake. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Back up to chair. Fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push-up. Breath sounds amazing. Keep it up. Knee taps. Low push-up. Up dog. Down dog. Right side. Warrior one. Lunge deep. Thigh parallel with the floor. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Press and go. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. One breath in together. Clear it out. Get empty. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. You got it. Twist right. Breathe in. Open. Stay and breathe out. Back up to chair. Twist left. Open, breath in, push the air out, back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. Right side, warrior one. Take your gaze up to the ceiling. Chaturanga, gaze to the floor. Upward. Downward. Left side, warrior one. One big breath all the way up. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One breath in. Push the air out. Feet to hands. You've got one more sun B. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Twist right. Breathe in. Open. Stay and twist. Good. Chair pose. Twist left. Open. Breathe in. Push all the air back out. Back up to chair. Fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one on the right. Deepest one yet on this side. Low push-up. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left side. Step. Big toe mounds into the floor. Low push-up. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Oh yeah. There's a lot of buzziness happening in the room right now. Lots of energy, lots of heat moving around. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Flip your dog. Go all the way over, then big powerful breath. If you've got stuff coming up to the surface, stuff that's trying to distract you, that's fine. Let that happen. You be here in your body, in what's happening right here and right now. Flip back over, side plank. Left hand up to the sky, either open palm or with a weight in your hand. Steady breath. Spread your fingertips apart, your top fingertips. Open up your hand. Yeah. One more breath. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Send your left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open your hip. Flip your dog. Connect and then breath. As soon as things start to get shook up a little bit, they get loosened up and start moving around, more breath to push them up and out. Get rid of that stuff. Flip back over, side plank. Skin to muscle to bone on both of your legs. Squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Yes, last breath. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Sigh it out. Yeah, 2 more. Breathe in. Last one, Phil. Move forward, feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Way down into your chair. Make your toes light and lifted on the floor. Hands to heart twist right. Open your arms. Put your bottom arm between your knees. So maybe fingertips touch the floor and maybe they don't. You can have your hands on a block as well. Half bind, top arm around your back. Around the side of your hip, or you can tuck it into that hip crease. Some of you know where I'm going already. Full bind, left arm under your thigh. Beautiful. Press into your right foot. Rise up, bird of paradise. You got it. Eyes on the floor, press down and lift up. One more breath. Both feet to the mat. Fold. Laura, that's the highest I've ever seen you get in bird of paradise. Good job. First 2 fingers around your big toes. Yeah, when I give you 0 time to overthink doing a pose you don't normally do in your practice, your body just does it. You just do the thing. Gaze at your back edge of your mat. Exhale through your mouth if you need that here. Crow pose from the head of your mat. You got it. Focused, dialed in. Put your gaze out in front of your fingertips, past the front edge of your mat, so you shift forward instead of straight down. Steady breath. A lot of you are feeling pretty comfortable in the crow pose. If you can hang out there, nice, Brian. Press to that foot. Pull the pit of your belly in and up, make your knees get light. Yeah, Roy, Kevin, I'm talking to you too. Knees get light. Yeah, there you go. Step or jump back, little push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Oh, yeah, longer than you normally hold the crow. No big deal. Deep breath in. Empty it out. Move forward, feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair. Down in it, then right back to the breath. Steady and rhythmic. Toes light and lifted. Hands to heart twist left. Open the arms, bottom arm between your knees. You got it. Half bind, top arm around your back. Bottom arm under the thigh. So the lower you sit in the hips, the easier it is to get that grip around your fingertips. Stay working on the bind or bird of paradise. Rise up. Yeah, you got it, Rachel. Sit a little deeper to grab those fingertips. Yes. Both feet to the mat. Forward fold. Gorilla. I know. Step on your palms. Whole lot of something happening. Hopefully it's a good thing. Gaze at the back edge of your mat. In fact, shake out your head yes and no. Let that go. Yeah, let your neck be easy. All right, you got it. Release your hands. Crow number 2. The inversions are on the table if you want to go there. A single leg crow, you can go there. Practicing a jump back to chaturanga. There's time to do that. Nice, Roy. Good control. Steady breath. Nice, Philomena. Out through your feet. One more breath. Step or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Empty. 2 more. In and out. Last one. Get empty. Step or jump. Halfway lift. Fold down. Rise all the way to standing. Eagle pose. Right side. Right arm under. Right leg over. Get settled. Eyes right on one spot. And then all of your weight down into your standing foot, especially the inner edge of your standing foot. Add more breath. Keep your arms bound. Take airplane with your legs. Stretch all the way back, long as you can go. Full airplane. Reach your arms behind you. Steady breath. You got it. Now, without looking, because you know your mat is back there, step back, crescent lunge. Yeah, there you go. So if you need to adjust the distance front to back or side to side, just do that. Make your feet adjusted. Hands up to the sky. Come lower into your lunge. Then everyone start breathing again because it got quiet. Like that was a scary moment and you all held your breath. So now we're in crescent lunge. Knee dips with your back leg. Dip for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to heart center. Twist left. Spread your arms apart. Steady, rhythmic breath. Everybody press down with the center of your front heel. Anchor your front foot to the floor. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. Twist everything out. Warrior 2. Unwind. You got it. Land down in Warrior 2 legs. Then let the heat start to build in your legs. Really squeeze your leg muscles into the bones. Pull your inner thighs together like you're trying to roll up your mat between your feet. Extended side angle. Steady breath. Take your bind. As we make our way towards spring, when warmer weather is happening, it's time to get out all the cobwebs from your shoulders and your upper back and make some more space there. One more inhale. Chaturanga, hands to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in together. Big exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Rise all the way up. Eagle pose left side. Left arm under, left leg over. All the way back here. Get settled down into your standing foot. Add more breath. Arms stay bound. Airplane with your legs. Slow and steady, no rush. Full airplane. You got it. Wake up your back foot and your back toes. Dial that pinky toe down towards the floor. So all 5 toes face the floor. Yes. Step back, crescent lunge. I feel like the second landing is always a little more stable than the first one. Get settled in your feet. Hands up to the ceiling. Knee dips with the back leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch up. Hands to heart twist right. Steady breath. You've got plenty of heat working now. Plenty of breath to move around all the way to your fingertips and out through your feet. Lift that back thigh straight up to the ceiling. Yes, Jordan, there you go. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Get all the way complete. Warrior 2. Woo. Warrior two is the rest pose, right? Come down into your lunge. Get settled. Soften the toes on your front foot so your front heel can anchor down. Extended side angle. And then notice, did the weight shift into your toes into your front foot, or can you make an adjustment? Get the front heel down more. Take your bind. Goodbye to the tightness. Goodbye to that restriction in your upper back and the top of your chest. Let there be space now. One more inhale. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Empty it out. Breathe in. Breath out. Good. One more. Exhale everything. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Rise up to standing. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. You got it. Strap for dancers. Soft crease of the elbow out for standing bow. The first couple of breaths are just you getting into the shape of the thing. There's no hurry. Stay here for 10, 9, 8. Keep breathing. 7, 6, 5, 4. You got it, Liz. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. You know, the weird thing is you normally hold it for that long anyway, but when someone's not counting, you're like, oh, yeah, that's a piece of cake. And then you do it when someone's counting, and it's like, oh, God, I don't know if I can hold this pose for that long. Get settled. First couple of breaths. Eyes on one spot. You got everything you need to hold the pose as long as you need to. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Right side, second set. If this is making your heart rate get up, if it's making your breath a little short, cool. Just acknowledge that. Right back to the steady breath. I'm not going to count on this one. I just want you to go all the way to the edges of the pose, as far forward, as far back with your shin, as high up with your fingertips as you can go. One more breath. Switch. Oh, yeah, one more. You got it. Take your pose. And you know the place that feels comfortable and feels safe, quote unquote, where you can hang out and not much shift is possible. All the way to the edge where you run the risk of losing the balance, run the risk of stepping out of the pose. Both feet to the floor. Oh, tree pose, right side. Any variation of tree you'd like to take. There's been lots of different variations going on, so if you're not quite sure which one to grab and you're looking around and you're like, oh, that one looks good, just do it. I want you to create full expression in your tree pose. I know for myself, tree pose was really a checkout pose for a long time in my practice. I'm like, standing bow was really hard. I want to take it easy in tree. It can still be full expression and a come back to center pose. One more breath. Left side tree. Because that's what the balance is for. It's not balance as in balance on one leg. It's creating balance when you've got a lot of shit going on in your life and things are all out of whack. And you come back to your breath. You come right back to center. What's here? What's happening right now? Connect to the floor. Big breath. Both feet to the mat. Come up to the head of your mat if you're not there already. Extended mountain. Reach up to the ceiling. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side triangle and breathe. Stick it and bring the breath. Steady and rhythmic. I know you've got louder breath than that. Yeah. Now's the time when your brain starts to go, I'm a little bit tired though. Your body's like, oof, I've done a lot of work already. Yes, that's when you breathe. when there's a lot of work and a lot of happening and you still breathe anyway. Rise all the way up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold. Turn your feet to face the long edge of your mat and fold forward. Yogi's choice. You want to get upside down, take a bind, ninja lunges side to side. A little more free range with practice this afternoon. I feel like that was needed. There's a lot of stuckness and stiffness going on. Get it out of your system. Breath attached to movement. Another breath or two to get complete with wherever you're working. And then you'll all meet up in center. Nice control, Kelly. Rise all the way up. Namaste, front facing forward fold or splits, you choose. If you're taking that namaste fold, take a bind behind your back, hand to elbow or reverse namaste. It's your opportunity when you take the bind to really squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back and create heat and connection in your upper back. Add more breath. Press your big toe mounds into the floor. Splits your back foot down into the floor. Twisting triangle or twisting splits. Bring yourself out. Wide open with feet still connected to the floor. No matter what happens up here in the head, the rest of the body, the feet stay in foundation. One more inhale. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side triangle, step through. And bring breath. Especially if you can't hear your neighbor's breath, breathe louder. Remind them. Yeah, let them come back into the room with you. Big toe mounds straight into the floor. Press down, rise all the way up. Side facing wide leg fold. Two options on this side. You can take a bind at your low back or wide leg handstand hops. If you're taking the hops, it's flat palms on the ground, and then you shift your weight into your hand. So it's almost like you lean and press up rather than the hop. Yes, Jarrett, like that. Yes, Roy, like that. So it's controlled, and it's really a muscle to bone action that's getting you up there rather than you jumping and hoping you catch it when you get up. Those of you with the bind, soften your knees. Yes. It's a muscle to bone control. Release your hands down, rise all the way up. Namaste, front facing or splits. Here's your opportunity. You took a few hops, the heart rate gets up there. Cool, now slow it back down here in the namaste fold or the splits. Full inhales, full exhales to anchor your feet into the present moment. Right now, right here, right now. Twisting triangle or twisting split. Feet connected right here, right now. So at the end of the day, that's all you've got, just this moment. And then this moment right after that. And the one right after that. That's the only thing you've got right now. One more breath. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I think it's a good time for another side. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Breath in. One more. Roll out to a high plank. Shoulders right on top of your wrists. Your choices are stay in the plank or mountain climbers. Knees into your nose. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way to the mat. Some of you are like hauling in the mountain climbers. I like it. Locust pose or Superman. Hands back by your hips for locust or arms out in front for Superman. Your choice. Pit of the belly in and up. Lift up. Yes. As long as you can get your body, if you've got the block, press your palms to the side of that block in front. There you go. One more breath. Stretch. Lower down. Rock the hips out left and right. Second locust or second Superman. You can switch poses or take the same one. Rise up. You got it. Don't lose the momentum. You've been doing the work and clearing all the extra crap out of the way, so you've got momentum to get you to the end of your practice. Last breath. Lower down. Hips side to side. Floor bone number 1. Bend your knees, grab a hold of your ankles. Rise up. Rise up. So there's that sense of urgency to get into the next pose, but it's not rushed. It's I've cleared the stuff in between out of the way, and now I just do the poses. Last breath. Lower down. Hips side to side. Second floor bow. Bend your knees. Go. Yes. Urgency without being rushed. Up to it so you get the fullest expression of each pose. Last breath. Lower down. Side to side. Upward facing dog. Rise up off your mat. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands. Jump through to sit. Right on through. Yep. Come down to your back for bridge pose. Press down, rise up. A block between your knees is a good place to be. A block underneath your sacrum might be a good place to be. Tuck your shoulders underneath you and lift your chest all the way up to the ceiling. One more inhale. Lower down. Knees side to side. Bridge number 2. Press down, rise up. Either cactus arms or hands bound beneath you so you can tuck your shoulder heads underneath. Now come up onto your tippy toes. Heels up. Lower the heels. Heels in the air. Lower the heels. Go at your own pace for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Knee side to side. Momentum, yogis. Wheel pose number 1. Tuck your fingertips. Go up. Go up. Big, open, full back bend that you've earned. You've done the work to get to this point. Tuck your chin. Make your way down. Breathe in together. Full exhale. Number 2, press, lift, go. Those of you staying in the wheel, what is new? What's possible with you staying in the wheel longer? Tuck your chin and lower. Breath in. Full exhale. Number 3, halfway point, bridge your wheel. Press, lift, go. Away from the mat. Tuck your chin and come down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Number 4, rise up. Is it a hand in the air now? Is it a leg in the air now? What's possible? Make your way down. Yes. Rise up. Number 5, wheel pose or bridge pose. Right, you're so close. So close. Eyes on one point. Make your way down. Full breath in. Full breath out. Last one, yogis, last wheel, last bridge, pull in, press down, lift yourself up and away from the mat. You got it. Out through your heart, out through your feet and your fingertips. Come on down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Yes. Yeah. That's the place you want to be. You want to be in the place where you're like, I could not have possibly held that for one more breath. I could not have stayed there for a single moment longer. You went all the way, everything you had to give. Happy baby or dead bug. It was everything you had to give in the moment. And that will change from practice to practice. And your everything you have to give might be more or less than the person next to you depending on the day, but it's still everything you've got. Legs straight up in the air. Hands under your glutes or alongside your mat for scissor legs. Lower your right leg halfway to the mat. Breathe in. Exhale, switch. Breath in. Exhale, switch. Slow and controlled. Keep going with your own breath. Pit of the belly, that space right below your navel, down towards the floor. Keep going for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Keep breathing. 13, 12, 11, 10. Almost there. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into your chest. Oh, yeah. Rock forward and back 3 times. Come up into boat pose with either weights or your block at heart center. Weights or block at heart center. Now you can put your feet down to stabilize at any point or keep your feet up in the air. Row the boat side to side. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I was holding a cough that whole time. Downward facing dog, make your way there. I want to make you go on side to side longer than you need to. Lizard lunge, right side. Right foot on the outside of your right hand. Woo, I got you. Lizard lunge, yes. So you want your front knee right on top of your ankle. So if your ankle's behind your knee, just scoot your foot forward until they're stacked one on top of the other. Your options are back knee up or back knee on the ground. Up on your palms or down on your forearms. If you're kind of in between, a block with your elbows on your block is a good in-between space to be. Breathe right here. Big toe amount straight into the mat. Step 2, let that knee open up to the side. So you can put your right palm on the middle of your thigh and help coax your knee open to the side. Let that hip open up. You got your shoulders nice and warmed up, ready to go. Let's work a little more on your hips. You can stay here, or last piece is bend your back knee and grab your back ankle or your back foot. A juicy quad stretch. So close, Kim, right there. Right side half pigeon. Walk your foot across your mat. You can take down dog to reset if you need that. Right side half pigeon. Give your forehead a place to rest on the block, on stacked fists, wherever it needs to go. Steady breath here. Steady, rhythmic breath. I practiced for many, many years before I finally got like, okay, the breath isn't just for me, like it is for you. And it is for me when I'm on my mat. And also it's for everybody else you're practicing with. Because you just don't know. You just don't know. Like you could be having a rad day, a really awesome day, and everything is going your way and you're breathing and your practice is on fire. And the person next to you could also have a fire practice, but they've got a ton of stuff going on in their head and everything is not going their way and everything actually feels like it's falling apart and you breathe together. So when you've got a little extra to give and someone needs a little bit more to take, there's a balance. Few more breaths here in half pigeon. It is okay to have extra to give, and it is okay to be the one that needs to take. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Lizard lunge, left side. Left foot on the outside of your left hand. Then you set up the variation how you want it to be on this side. It could be different from the other side. It might be that you can get your elbows down on one side, but you need the block on the other side. No big deal. Just customize it for how you need it to be. Front foot straight down on the floor. Big toe mound on the mat to start. Let the knee go open to the side on the blade edge of your front foot. You could even add a little bit of a twist and look over your left shoulder. Stay or grab your back ankle. Coming out of the pose a little bit is always totally fine if that helps you get a better grip on your foot or your ankle. Half pigeon, left side. Definitely doing some spring cleaning tonight here. Get yourself set up. Breath, big full Ujjayi breath. For you and for the people around you. And then it's really even for the people that practice after you as well, the people taking Philomena's class after this one, because that energy that you've built in the room, it hangs in the air. So when the 7 p.m. people come in, it's like, oh, it just feels good in here. It's a good vibe in here. One breath at a time. Be here. Downward facing dog. One more hip opener, frog pose. Wall space is open if you take frog on your back. You've also got the option for a seated wide leg fold if that feels like a better fit than frog tonight. Choose your pose. Yeah, block underneath for the seated wide leg fold is one of my favorite variations of that pose. And get yourself situated. Situate yourself into stillness. Where are you holding too much tension and where can you create more opening? So yes, the pose will take care of the hip opening, but what about the tension in your jaw or between your eyebrows? The tension in your low back. If you hold stress in your low back, can you soften that space? The soles of your feet, can you soften the soles of your feet? And if you're like, what? Question mark, soften the soles of my feet. Yes, I felt the same way the first time somebody told that. And just consider it. Like if you put the attention on the soles of your feet, could you, even with flexed ankles, soften the soles of your feet? You've got 5 more full breath cycles. Big inhale with a pause. Exhale with a pause. At the end of your 5th breath cycle, start to make your way out. And when you've made your way out, no rush. Seated single leg extension, right side first. Right leg out, left heel in towards your thigh. Fold over your leg. Toes up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Find the tight spot in your side waist, in your back, around your hip. Breathe into the tightest space. Switch legs, left leg out, right heel in. Fold down. Feet awake. Even the foot that's touching the inner part of your thigh, wake that foot up. Easy to forget about that foot. Seated forward fold, both legs straight out. Hinge right at your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to and fold down. Yeah, straps, blocks, all the tools. Use the tools. Take one more breath here. Stay for the exhale fold all the way down. Tabletop or reverse plank. Plant your palms behind your hips. Fingertips face the front edge of your mat. Rise up. Up and away from the floor. Press down with the edges of your thumbs, the fingertips straight down into the mat to lift and spread your chest nice and broad. One more breath. Lower down. Fish pose with a block between your shoulder blades or your hands. Eyes stay open. See what you see. And whatever you've got, let it come up to the surface, right up to the surface of your chest so it can make its way out. The small thing, the big thing, the thing that's been happening for a long time, let it come up to the surface and let it come out. One more breath together. Big exhale. Make your way onto your back, off the block, off your hands. We'll get upside down. One more upside down. Saved a little extra time for your upside down tonight. So if you want to take one pose and work on like a handstand for a little while and then switch to waterfall, that's there. Shoulder stand for a while and then switch to something else. If you've got time, no need to rush. You just use all of your tools and see what there is available now. After doing all that clearing out, making all of that space, what's available? Nice control, everybody. Good recovery, Kevin. Yeah, breath. Let that be very present in the room. Lots of breath. Some of you are holding headstands and handstands longer than you normally do. Congrats. Hang out and see what there is to see. Few more breaths for headstands and handstands. Nice, Jarrett. Shoulder stands can make their way to plow if you're in waterfall and want to take plow. Marinate in plow tonight. I'll give you two options in plow. So you can have the legs straight back like traditional plow, or take a wider leg. Like your legs are still back in plow, and wide stance with your feet. And if that's not the right fit, go back to regular plow. It's always nice to have different options. Plow to deaf yogi. Bend your knees, hug the sides of your head. Let your spine round towards the front of the room, just like ragdoll spine. Slowly lower down, piece by piece, back to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Keep your right knee hugged in, let your left leg go long on the floor. And that leg can hover or it can touch the mat. Supine twist, take your leg across. You may need to scoot your bottom hip like closer towards the long edge of your mat so your hips are stacked one on top of the other. You might straighten out your top leg and stretch out the side of your leg, your IT band. Come on back to center. Switch legs, left knee in, right leg long. Steady rhythmic breath. Take it across, supine twist. You can choose to straighten the leg or keep the knee bent. Supta Baddha Konasana. Shavasana. You've got your cold eye towel by the upper corner of your mat. Let everything soften, not just the soles of your feet now, but the whole body, all of the bones, all of the muscles, let them soften. And take a deep breath in. Fill yourself up and up and up. Exhale it out. Let your whole body, your whole being rest easy on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring movement back into your hands and your feet. Plant your feet on the floor, rock onto your right side. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish our practice together with 3 final ohms. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much taking time out of your Tuesday to get on your mat and get up to something new and bigger and maybe a little bit scarier with me tonight. Namaste. Good work, everybody. Okay, so eye towels can go in the hampers. If you borrowed anything, just leave it back by the cubbies so we can spray that down for the next class to use them. Have an awesome rest of your night, and hopefully I will see you on Thursday.